3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Welcome into the open where we get technical. You should have investments in long-term growth. Hey guys, welcome to Get Technical. I'm Neal Hamilton. This is our final episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. It's been fun. I think let's get started with our market overview. And yeah, did I get any of you? Did I get any of you with this? I'm never leaving this bitch. I'm never leaving. April Fools, idiots. All right, let's get rolling. Market overview. I just want to bring up QQQ. Yeah, did I get you? All right, QQQ. I did a little thing here that I'm taking from I believe it's, I'm forgetting his name. I think it's Antonio from the Nick Dark Forex group. So guys, let's take a look at what's going on with NASDAQ via the QQQ ETF. Sound, no sound. Wait, what? Is there sound? Guys, give me a 1 if you got music and voice audio. Just so I know. And then if not, we'll fix something. But I want to look at this chart. I want to simplify things so that we can see. Okay, thanks, guys. I want to simplify the QQQ situation so that we can look at it as just from a pure trend analysis. So look what I've done here. I've drawn the swing lows and the swing highs in our trend to give us a very clear picture of the movement that we've been on. Gotcha. I got the Sergeant Sarcasm himself. And here's what I got. So I'm using this path tool to break up some of the noise. This is a super cool tip that we got from Forex Group. Just the swing highs and the swing lows, guys. Drawing this with the path tool. Boop, boop, boop. And then the other indicator that you see, the blue line and the red line, that's my Bollinger Band. All right. So I've created a path. Now let's take this aside. This is what's been going on. All right. Now let's look at our trends. I mean, I can delete this and you can see what I've done. Downward trend. This is when we were tanking QQQ. So let's mark this trend so that we know when we've changed out of it. All right. So we got out of that trend around March 10th or March 9th, something like that. Yeah, 9th or 10th is when we started trading sideways. So you can very clearly see here, guys, very clearly that we've got, I mean, by and large, this is a sideways trend, right? Downward trend, sideways trend. Are we looking good? Not yet, right? We're not looking terrible. We're absolutely not looking terrible. The bleeding has stopped. We put a Band-Aid on it with a nice sideways trend, but we're getting that strength back when we have an upward trend. So that's the market overview, guys. QQQ gapping up massively. Still, hey, here's what I got to say. This is the level that it's at right now in the pre. Great gap up. We're getting a lot of strength. And if there's any month for this type of stuff to happen, it's April. April has historically been a great year for bull markets. Stocks get bought up in April. I don't know. I saw it on Reddit. There was a really good chart that was like after a presidential election, after it was like 3 scenarios of April being measured, and it's always just a great April is a month. Did I say year? What the what did I say? You'll know what I mean. April's good for stocks. So, I mean, if it's going to happen, we're going to see some definite growth this month. All right. I don't know why that is, but that's just how it would be. But we're still getting lower lows. All right. Lower lows. And that gap up is a higher high than our previous one on the 23rd. But to get into reversal territory, we want to break this level. Take a look at this level here going back here, folks. We want to break above 324 bucks with QQQ before we can feel real solid. I said year. Okay, whatever. April's a month. Y'all know what I meant. So that's your market update. QQQ looking good, but it qualifies as a bull trap. So watch it. And then let me get rid of my drawings. I'm just going to delete everything. Just Bollinger Band. You can very clearly see red line, upward trend, curving down, downward trend. And now the red line, actually, hold on. Let me make this, let me thicken this guy up. Thicken. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, yeah, this one's stupid and it doesn't let me edit it. Wait, so upper basis. Oh, yeah, it lets me edit it. Okay, look at that. Red line. Let me make it like a neon color so you boomers can see it. Yeah, that's fine, right? Here, how about blue? I like that. Can you guys see the blue line? Right? So upward trend for a long, long time. This is when your 19-year-old son started talking about options. And then we started to curve down, and we can see very clearly that we're in sideways space now. So we want this curl up, and then we want it to sustain, right? We want it to sustain. Ross, it's not my last day. It's a April Fool's joke. Sometimes with pranks, I don't know when to stop. Aaron Bree, you better be watching that clock, my friend. Yeah, I said it. Okay, whatever. Gen Xers, whatever you want. Nirvana. All right, whatever. So look, we have room to go. We're above the median on our Bollinger Band. We can very well start getting up to this first line above the standard deviation above. So things are looking like they're about to be good for QQQ, but I'm not going to let a single candle or some pre-market action to the upside tell me that this little phase is over. Although
3, 2, 1, 0.
Well done. Thanks, Aaron. So the market is open, and woo! We are getting that candle. Let's take a look. We're looking at the NASDAQ QQQ ETF. We're getting a candle right about here, just under that standard deviation. Let's watch it. We do want to break above. We want to break above 324.29. Let me thicken that line up. We want to get above that line. All right, let's look at SPY. Let's do this quick. We need to spend all day on this. SPY is breaking above the level I said it needed to break above to get that higher high, and it's looking green now. It was red to start with, but it's looking green. Very neutral so far. We're having a very push-pull battle between our buyers and sellers here on SPY. So far this morning, still in a weak upward trend. So what I would say is SPY is in an upward trend, which is where we like our markets to be, but it's in a shaky or tenuous upward trend. Thanks, Tiny Pie. All right. All right, take it easy, Ryan. So that's QQQ. Does anyone care about the Dow? The Dow's just been trucking along. Still a little bit shaky on the Dow, huh? 3 days, putting us in a little corrective phase here. So I'd be looking for a breakout on the Dow. Quick maths. Looking for a breakout on the Dow. Not sure if it plans to return to the mean, but it's holding some support here. All right, that's your quick market overview. All right, guys. Let's look at a couple ones. CLF, big runner from yesterday. Broke out of a pattern. Did I hide it? Oh, no, it's gone now. So this was a flag that came out of a rounding bottom. Let's get rid of the Bollinger Band so this doesn't look like absolute chaos. This thing I'll delete. Nice breakout on CLF. Arguably a high type flag. A little bit droopy on the high type flag, but it came in a volatile period in the market. So we're making an allowance for this flag to get down. Massive 16% growth yesterday. Now entering a condition where it might be a buy or it might just be totally exhausted. We did not get into totally overbought territory on the RSI. MACD is still telling it is still giving us a buy signal. The Bollinger Band, so we're looking at the 21 moving average, shows that it's overextended. So we might be in consolidation station just for a period right about here, which is $19.90. All right, man. Make sure you smash the like button. Smash the like button if I got you with my April Fool's prank. Aaron, thank you. That means a lot. All right. So here's what I got to say about steel. If you're not following me on Twitter, you really should. It's just I trade it like an extension of the show. And then it's also where I publish truncated versions of my diary entries. Here, let's get rid of this fib. Clean it up a little bit. Let's get rid of this line. Use your Bollinger Band tool on X, and you'll see that we overextended ourselves a little bit. We've still got strong buy signals. MACD. RSI curling down as it should with these two red candles. But we're still, we're showing strong support at the close on March 30th's close. Strong support, at least it's just support so far. At any rate, I would expect consolidation until we start to catch up here. We want to catch up with this Bollinger Band. Still very bullish. Everything is bullish with X. Let's look at monthly. Green candle. Let's look at weekly. Green. Looking at the daily. Green. We got a multi-time frame green situation for X. The money's behind it. We're just going to hit some levels. Around $30. Someone tweeted at me. Thank you if you're watching. And I'm sorry I forgot your name. That we're probably going to hit some resistance around 30. Totally agreed. Here's a quick way to figure that out. Shout out to Captain Miles for giving us this. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Where to set the stop? Keep bringing your stop up. I'm doing a trailing stop, and then it's sometimes in the morning. So like yesterday. Yesterday, I sold X while the candle was green, and I was looking at the 5 minute. So here's what I did yesterday, because I work full time, and it's hard for me to. Oh, these aren't what I want. It's hard for me to monitor the charts while I'm working. But this is yesterday. I was absolutely happy and euphoric. But we can see right here. Let's get let's take a look at what happened yesterday. Little tweezer top, which is a reversal. Can you see this? Tweezer top. All right, so a little tweezer top action here. So we know we're going to go back down. Then we get a little bottom. We're going to go back up. All right, little top out, reverse to the downside. This red candle, this is the 5 minute chart. bearish engulfing candle means downside. All right. This one, we got a little like kind of spinning top. I think this is called a hanged man. I'm not really sure. Whatever. But this is where I really started paying attention, is because I was like, shit, this thing is red for the day. This sucks. And so I went down to the 5 minutes right about here. And then I saw these two candles, which are support at the same level with this engulfing green candle. And so that told me reversal to the upside. And that's where you get these sort of, I call them muffin tops. Where it's like you get this sort of waistline above the jeans, and then you get your kind of booty here, a little flat booty, and then you get your waistline again. This is like a COVID eating Oreos for breakfast kind of muffin top. I know a lot about these. So at any rate, this was a nice little reversal here. Then we're looking at today. If we're just looking at the candles, this doesn't really tell me anything. We need like a third candle for this to be meaningful, in my opinion. Stratters might disagree. But for steel, I exited when we were a little bit higher, re-entered here. And then for the day, what did I do actually? I downsized my position. And I reduced my position, and I have a really tight stop loss on it. And I'm also doing an experiment. If I go too fast, guys, let me know. You want to make me money, Ross? Let's do it. I'll completely derail what I'm talking about to make money. Oh, we have to look at Palantir. Someone tweeted Palantir, so we're going to look at that for sure. But really, just going back to Axe United States Steel Corp, I think that at the rounding bottom, the cup and handle, all of that is still going to resolve. We're just going to hit periods of consolidation. And I'm so scatterbrained this morning because I'm just really patting myself on the back for how well I got you, fools. So, but also like, thank you for showing the love. I kind of feel like Tom Sawyer. I think it's Tom and Huck. I'm not sure which book it is. But Tom Sawyer, where like he attends his own funeral and he hears all the nice things that people have to say about him. That's how it felt. Love you guys. So with steel, here's what Captain Miles did. Very simply. He wanted to see where the key levels are for this thing if he's going to invest in it. He wants to know where he should be taking profit and or leveling in or easing in to his swing trade. So he used the Fibonacci retracement tool and anchored it at this top point, this really high point back in March 1st, which is the beginning of this downward trend. And then he put a second anchor at the absolute low of that downward trend, where we begin our reversal, which is halfway through the rounding bottom. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then you see these lines show up at key levels. In fact, these lines are holding. This green line is from the Fibonacci retracement tool. This is right where we're holding in with the body of this candle. All right, so we had a bullish break above it, and then we had a little bit of selling. All right, so we're probably going to consolidate a little bit, and then once we get up to around $30, the same thing is probably going to happen, unless there's just an absolute Bacchal reverie in the streets and people are just trading like maniacs and are going to drive it up. But you expect consolidation at these points, and you prepare for a potential sell-off or reversal, because it can definitely happen. You can always get whipsawed in trades like this. So that's why at each one of these levels, that's where you come back and you reassess your stop loss. You maybe consider taking some profit and then coming back in if there's a confirmation of a break above these key levels. Hey, True, I gotta tell you, man, it was an April Fool's joke. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, but I'm you guys can't get rid of me. I'm like I was about to say I was like an STD. Yeah, I am. I'm kind of like an STD. You know what? I'm here to stay. Just 50% of adults have me. That's all there is to it, and that's okay. Just accept it. It's okay. and I'm not going away. I'm the gift that keeps on going. So okay, so what we were looking at, Givo. Givo. That's a reversal. That is a reversal. Don't mess with my show, YouTube. Booty. Reversal. Let's see. I think it's mostly kind of like resolved itself though. So we've got this line, and I want to look at Palantir like super fast. I always want to go really fast because we're right at the open and these moves are happening. So I'm just gonna use the ruler tool. I'm not gonna use any lines. I'm just gonna draw it to the height of this candle. Actually, I'll bring it up to the wick of this middle candle here. So I'll go to actually let's go to the low wick here. Let's bring our midpoint to the top of this wick. And you can see that's just about at resolution. In fact, it went a little bit above the resolution of this little reversal. Reversals are often symmetrical in that you've got the red on the left side and then you got the green on the right side. So we're in good shape here. Now we just want to see if it's sustained, right? Let's go ahead and put on our Bollinger Band just to see where we are in terms of overboughtness. Also just expanding our RSI and MACD. MACD fast line is giving us a buy signal. RSI is heading in the right direction and agreeing with this movement. So let's use our Bollinger Band. So we got stopped at the median on our Bollinger Band on March 30th, which was Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it was Tuesday. And then yesterday we broke out above the median, and now we're hoping or targeting this line of standard deviation, which is around $10.75. But we're getting some selling pressure right now. So watch it. Might be an opportunity to enter. Overall, though, let's see what's another way to look at this. This may be looked at as a larger descending triangle. So I'm going to remove this line. Just give you one of these. That's super shitty. I don't even think that's valid. I would say this one, just watch this one because this little reversal has already resolved itself, and we're simply trading sideways. We're just trading like this. So we want the trend to be our friend. You know me, I like to see an established trend before I really pile in. Let's look at Palantir. I went a little nuts on this one. So let me get rid of this Bollinger Band and this shape. So someone tweeted Palantir to me. What I see here is a double bottom in formation, and you can definitely. Oh, we got S&P action. We'll look at that in a second. I'll just put that up on the screen so people can see it. Catherine, gotcha. Everyone check out Catherine on Twitter. Catherine heads up our crypto content and does our crypto show. Great info on the actual applications of cryptocurrency and blockchain more specifically. Actually, both, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. She's the expert. Just watch her. Yeah, Vio. Yeah, I mean, let me know. I mean, do you like Arby's? Or Vio? Noob? Okay. So there you go. There's some news on the S&P. I trust you, so I'm going to put it up on the screen. All right, looking at Palantir, I see a double bottom, and here's how I'm going to draw this. Here's how we're going to play this, bad lad. I'm going to draw a trend line from our high here to the next swing high. No, that sucks. To our midpoint here. And you can see from our high point, I could probably do it with this one, but I think it still applies. You can see that breaking above this sloping line of resistance is when we start to get into our new trend. And I'm going to do another thing. You guys know what I look for in my double bottoms. Let's do another thing. Rectangle tool. I don't put it on this little push above at the pivot. I put, and by it I mean the neckline or resistance line, to map out my double bottom. I put it at the meat of the trade, which is where these 3 candles are. And I'm going to use the body, the top of the body of this candle for my top line. Rectangle. And look how that was support previously. Actually, I'm going to bring it down to those wicks. Yeah, look at that. The lower shadow of this candle lines up perfectly with the body of this one. So this is our zone for our double bottom. All right. Now, let's do another thing. I want to find the middle of this double bottom, which I've already plotted. You might be able to see it, but maybe strategically you cannot, because I want to use the fib tool to see if I can find the middle, because I want to trade this double bottom before it breaks out of the top, before it breaks out of the upper resistance. Again, this is PLTR, Palantir. So I'm going to use my Fibonacci retracement tool. I'm going to go to the top at the beginning of this downward trend, and then I'm going to go to the swing low. And that actually didn't do what I wanted it to do. What the heck? Should I do it down here? Yeah, that works a little bit better. I wonder what changing this line does. It kind of does the same thing. Interesting. Let me try something here with this fib tool. Just bear with me, guys. We're just drawing some happy trees. Sometimes it's organic. You don't get what you expect right away. Well, at any rate, with the Fibonacci extension or retracement tool, anchoring it at the high at the beginning of our downward trend, and then bringing the low, anchoring the low at the lower shadow of this candle on March 5th, brings the first line at 23 just about to where the meat of the trade is. So it's like in between these candles. So you could, if you were more aggressive, consider that a breakout point. But I'm going to stick to the price action. And I'm going to delete that stupid Fibonacci thing because it made me look dumb. At any rate, what I'm trying to illustrate is that with double bottoms, you can look at the 50% way, the midpoint, the vertical midpoint of this little box that you draw as a median. So the midpoint here is actually, here, let me, I already have a line from this morning. Let's make that thick. All right, you guys should be able to see the dotted line. So that's 50% of the way through our rectangle that we've drawn in our double bottom square. Let's get rid of these dotted lines to make that solid. Okay, you guys should be able to see that. You can target upon breakout of this sloping line of resistance, you can target this mid level. All right. Upon breakout of this mid level, you can go long and start targeting the top of our rectangle. Those are two aggressive trading strategies for a double bottom. Ross, I'm a slim, thick guy. So right now we're being held by that mid line. Some call it the muddy trench in the World War I-esque battle between buyers and sellers here on our double bottom on Palantir. So I would mark up my chart exactly thus and watch it that way. A break above 24-ish, 24, let's use a round number, is bullish. And right now we're being held. All right. I want to look back at SPY really quick. Okay, SPY. Let's go. All right, smash that like for SPY. We are above the point, the line in the sand we needed to get above. All right. Happy days are here again. But let's take a look. Also, Workhorse just spiked. Really? Do they get some? What was it, like a deal with UPS? Look at NASDAQ again, really quick. NASDAQ still being held at our very important line of resistance. All right, so NASDAQ still struggling. And then let's check on steel. And again, guys, this space is our consolidation space. So I would do almost as sort of use this as like a midline for a range that we'll probably trade in for a while. If you're long, I would not be afraid of something like this. Not at all. Why? Let's get rid of this rectangle thing. It's hard to get rid of. Bring our Bollinger Band back on. Bollinger Band is your friend, guys. I would not be afraid of this because we touched the upper line on our Bollinger Band. You expect some profits to be taken, a breather to be needed before we continue our march upward to our price targets. If you see a bloody, massive red reversal candle, which, you know, this, no cap, this has potential to become that. It can, but I would, to me, that would have to at least hit $23 to really start to look like a reversal. But even then, guys, you know you can go short, right? You can go short to hedge your longer term positions. So if you've got a 1 month sort of position trade, you've got the signals to buy some puts in the meantime. Microsoft trucking, dude. Yeah. So Microsoft signed a contract. I know I'm talking about a fundamental type thing. It's news. I work at Benzinga. Microsoft signed a contract to turn all the U.S. military into Master Chief. It was like billions. It was billions of dollars. So let's go to Pro. And we do have a very special mystery special guest today. So stay tuned, stick around for our special guest lesson. So I'm in Benzinga Pro. This is the beta version of Benzinga Pro, where I get a sneak peek of all the awesome features that we're working on. So sometimes it's a little bit buggy, but I like it because I get to use the new stuff before most people do. So I want to look at Microsoft, MSFT, Microsoft, and I want to look at an overview of it. I'm going to make this bigger so the boomers can see it. So lots. Okay, so here you go. This is Pro for you guys. Lots of options activity being signaled here. Let's make this easier to see. Microsoft being covered in augmented reality story. When did the news come out? This is it. So it was Wednesday. So yesterday? Yeah. So yesterday, the news came out that Microsoft tightening its tentacles around the Pentagon with a $22 billion headset deal to turn everyone into Halo. So Microsoft is about to turn the U.S. military into this for $22 billion. I'd say it's bullish Microsoft. All right. Yeah, Microsoft trucking, baby. Not overbought yet, but we are getting into overextended territory. But we need to curl this thing upward. We need to curl this 21 line upward. Not really a clear pattern here that I see. But good news nonetheless. All right, Workhorse. Hi, Imanu. Yeah, Workhorse looks like one of those cave paintings in France. All right. Let's delete our paintings. So looking at Workhorse, all I have on is the Bollinger Band. We've got a reversal, but it's at this support line. I'm just getting my bearings here. I haven't really looked at Workhorse, so just give me a hot minute. Damn, Workhorse got brutalized. I'm assuming there's news on did they get a deal with a delivery company of some type? At any rate, I think a good way to look at Workhorse right now is it is trading sideways, so let's just do a channel. And then let's edit this. Channel, middle. Let's make that thicker. You can see the middle of our channel here. That can be a target on this reversal. So you can target like $16. Of course, that's not a lot of a price change. It's not much of a price change. It's like $1.20. But you can use options on this if you're convicted. This is a nice hammer candle, looking good so far. A break above 16 is going to be bullish, but you're going to want to watch for resistance here at the top around 1850. I'm going to pull a volume profile, my volume profile tool. Yep, and you see the volume profile. The majority, the most buying and selling activity has happened pretty much at this median. So I would look to be even more accurate than what I've drawn here. I don't know, arguably more accurate. Somewhere around 15.75 and $16 in the handle is going to be where you're going to see resistance, and it's something you can target from the position it's in now. Cameron Dole, you think just a sympathy movement, maybe not some news, probably just bouncing off lows with the rest of electric vehicles based stocks. Absolutely could just be sympathy with its peers in the stock market. X not going to give it to us today. X not going to give it to us today. How many shares? Okay. Keeping stops tight to protect capital on X, but also expecting this period of consolidation right around this line. We take the stairs up, we take the elevator down, right? Spencer just asked me if he did good on the April Fool's prank, and Spencer, yes, you did. That was very good. I almost teared up. I kind of forgot what I was doing. Let's look at Wayfair. Told you guys. Wayfair is in home building, so let's look at the home builders ETF really quick. Strong sector, guys. Previously on Get Technical, we identified this channel that the XHB, the home builders ETF, was trading in, was strong unlike every other sector, looking like a beast, and then it broke out of it. So we drew a short-term trend channel here, and it's holding it. It's holding it, guys. Look. Can you see the middle? Can you see the middle? It's obeying the rules of our channel, of our parallel channel. So XHB, and then a big stock in XHB is W, which has a cup and handle. So I don't know if we really went over this, but let me delete some of this stuff and just draw the cup and handle for you. Arc tool. So I've look at this notation. Oh my god, I'm so good at this. So we got left cup, and then our right pivot, where we go into a period of selling, which I'm going to draw with a line here. Actually, it's much steeper than that. But then we got a little shitty breakout. Like, it didn't really do what we wanted it to do. We got some twins here, some twins here. So still target 4W, even though it's moving a lot today. It's 7.5% up. we want to see a break because this thing has been cattywampus. It's been funkadelic. We want to see it break above 356, and it's in a strong sector. So don't shake a stick at that. All right, put your stick away. All right, we like stocks that are in strong sectors, and look at XHB. This means that this stock is trading among peers that are moving in the right direction. I go back to XHB. I want to be a part of this, okay? Not a part of this crap. This is technology. All right? Call me back when technology looks more like this. All right? And a 19-year-old can make $50,000 on an options trade with the Robinhood app. All right. Arc tool? No. They don't get. Kathy doesn't get that one. Which volume indicator? This is the volume indicator I'm using. Neal, good strong name, good handsome name. Is the stock volume, the default volume indicator that comes with TradingView, and this will also. Actually, I'll just stop right there. This is the one that comes with TradingView. So these are the settings. Hopefully you can see this. I'll try to enlarge it. I make my rows. So if you increase the row size, that makes them less chunky, and it actually gives you more rows. It's like kind of counterintuitive. It's not really row size. It's like row count. So I like to have a lot more rows. So they're not as chunky. I think it starts at something like 20. Everything else I pretty much leave the same. The 770 for the volume area or the value area volume. And then everything else I pretty much keep the same. And I just put it on the left side of my screen. I'm just observing XLK right now. Just give me a second, guys. XLK, the Spider Technology ETF. Just give me a second, guys. Quite a breakout. Quite a damn breakout. Wish I was looking at this. Tides are turning. Tides are turning, guys. If we get a break above on technology on XLK, and if you look at the top holdings for XLK, you're going to see other stocks that have the same pattern. So if you want more exposure, check the stocks that are in the XLK ETF. If I see a break above a close, a day candle close above 135, I might ease into this a little bit. That's technology. Okay. UPC up 50%. Okay, thanks for letting me know now. UPC up 50%. Great, this looks like it totally matches my trading style. We've got here, let me get my paintbrush tool out for this one. We've got a middle finger. Let me know about the stock sooner pattern forming here. Can you guys see that? So nice, very bullish on UPC. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to another one. Let's look at XLY. Is that the regional banks? Oh, consumer discretionary. Of course. Consumer discretionary, not looking good as good as staples, if I'm not mistaken. So let's map out our downward trend here. Yep. So we broke out of our downward trend. We're trading sideways now. Excuse me. We've got a cup forming. I would actually do it like this. So as many of you know, 1 in 20 cups don't have handles. No matter how you look at this, you've got this line of resistance you want to break out of on XLY. So there's a couple things that can happen here. Anything can happen, but one is this is looking cuppy. You can get your little bit of a sell-off, and then you're looking for a break above that to go long. And then to really be more confident, but also more conservative, you're looking for a break above this resistance line here. So this cup could just go straight up without selling off, but given how sideways this is, I would expect some like sloping downward consolidation. WTF is going on with the stock that has 7 letters right now. Okay. So that's XLY, but so that's consumer discretionary. Let's look at consumer staples. XOP. What is consumer staples? If anyone knows it, drop it in chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to search for it in my sector ETF watch list. Wait, what is this? This is XLY. I think it's XLP. Yeah, consumer staples is XLP. Spider ETF. Failed breakout. Failed breakout on XLP. It got a little overbought. Pull up my RSI. Got overbought, broke down. We were targeting this mean in our channel. Perfectly within the realm of possibility. We can do this thing again. So we are in an upward trend, mild though it is. But we may look at this as a pivot point. Look at this as a pivot point. Go down. And you already know. Yeah. Little cup with handle action. Cup with handles are extremely abundant. I think they're the most common pattern, period. I should really know whether they are or not, but I'm not a nerd. So we want a break above this handle here. Neal's question has been answered, so I'm going to pull it off the screen and just put D nice up here. That's pretty nice of you. You're welcome. So looking for a break above this resistance here at 68 and above our sloping resistance line to start going long and target the mean on our channel here on XLP. Cup and handle, consumer staples. That's got like Walgreens, Clorox. Kyle, stop debating me with chat room, or not chat room, but like Discord stocks. LTRPB. Oh, it's actually a big stock. I'm sorry. I don't like this stock. Okay, so it's in the travel ecosystem. It's a tough one to draw out. I would hesitate to really say much about this thing. What is the deal with it? Why is this thing so weird? I mean, it's super. I mean, dude, it's so oversold at this point. I would go short on this. Actually, I mean, what level is that? 89? Yeah, I think it's go short time. But, I mean, it's got this line of resistance, which it pretty much touched from back in June 8th, 2020. start getting a break above that, we're in rounding bottom territory. So you know what? I'll give it one. Right, Cameron Dole. Yeah, exactly. It looks like some kind of weird type of market structure event. What do I think of Square? Let's take a look. We've been here before. Get this other stuff out of the way. That arrow is to help me find my line. Sometimes I don't notice them. So anyways, downward trend, as with like all of our tech stocks, we've been doing the same thing here. You should be noticing a pattern. We draw our lines on the right side of the price action. So in this case, this is a downward trend. That line is going to serve as sloping resistance. We've broken out of that resistance as of March 11th, March 12th. We had a little bit of a reversal here. You can see these two sort of matching candles. That should be an indication to you that you're about to get some downside activity. But now we're reversing. Okay, someone needs to talk to Pierce about some shortcuts. I want my keyboard shortcuts. It's crazy. Some of this. So I think it's perfectly reasonable. I'm just doing like a quick dirty rounding bottom. This is super short term. But I think it's perfectly reasonable to target something like 250 from the current, just from what's happening right now. And let's see if our other indicators agree with that. Let's pull in the extension tool, our Fibonacci extension tool. High to low. And of course, the line for this is going to be the anchor line at 253. So, I mean, it's likely that that's where this is heading. But you can see that with that Fibonacci tool, I use the Fibonacci extension tool from the high down to the low here. And that the body of this candle is kind of struggling right around one of those lines. You can see, if I zoom in, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that's trading at right around one of those lines. So I wouldn't be surprised if it closes right about there. But a break above that, you can start targeting this next line, which is actually the open for this candle, which is about 242. Yeah, it's about 242, 243 for Square. This is just short-term stuff. Long-term, you may also, if we zoom out a bit, you may also look at this whole thing as a double bottom, where I'll go to this swing high. So the final swing high before we conclude our downtrend is where I'm going to draw my resistance. All right, so we've got a resistance there. That's a breakout point. And then to measure profit potential from Square, if this results, which it totally looks like it is. So we've got the symmetry. So we're looking at Square, guys, and I've got a lot of lines here. I'll remove this trend line. I'll also remove this middle line right here. We've got some good symmetry here where it's red, 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 and then green, green, green. This is very bullish. This is looking like a reversal from this downward trend that we had after the peak here. That was the high. Excuse me. So this is in trade territory, and it's doing exactly what another stock we talked about earlier was doing, which is when we draw our box in the meat of this trade, which is right about here. It's right about at that middle point. So if I go to the middle point here, we're actually looking solid on this thing. Middle point's like right about here. And we're broken above that. I think you can easily go long on Square. RSI agrees. RSI is moving in the same direction. MACD fast line is giving us a buy signal as of today. So I've got multiple buy signals on Square right now for a price target of at least 250. I think you'll hit resistance there. But then for a little bit of a longer term projection, I think you can look for something like from the base of this rounding bottom up to the meat of the midpoint, which will serve as our neckline for the rounding bottom reversal pattern. I think longer term going long, you can look for 317, 318. You dig? And let's go back to the Fibonacci and just see if it agrees with it, because I just get a nice spike. No, it doesn't. So never mind. Stupid Fibonacci. Let's see what the extension does. How would I do that? Yeah, I go like this and then like this. No, it doesn't agree. It's dumb. Hey, Marky Mark. Yeah, this is my last day. Thanks for tuning in, man. It means a lot that you're here. All right, so we are at 10:17. We only got a little bit of time left. Thanks for being here with me, Marky Mark. Means a lot. Oh, you want to look at Europe? So I got my regional ETFs. All I have is China, India, and the US. I need some European exposure. So let's look at the SXXP. That's awesome. What a beast. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I don't even know if I'm allowed to trade this. SXXP. We've got a buy signal from the MACD. We're in a really sweet spot right here with our RSI. Let's give this thing the channel treatment. I'm going to start from the first swing low on our upward trend. I'll draw a point. I'm going to draw my second point at the next, or the lowest swing low that followed that. And then I'm going to draw the upper line on the highest swing high in between those 2 points. All right. This is the trend or the channel that we're in. And yes, I will expand at 13. Don't come after me. I know your government name. To illustrate that over the past week or so, we have broken above the mean. We came back down. We're trading around the mean. And it looks like we kind of want to target the upper side of this channel. So watch it. Definitely watch it. I'm not seeing like super crazy breakout, but what I do see is a potential accelerated channel, which I'll draw right now, because we didn't go all the way back down to this lower level. So I'm going to draw another channel, which is the start of what I'm just guessing. I'm hypothesizing that we're entering a new upward trend. I'm going to draw my high at the swing high there. I'm going to adjust this just slightly. Let me zoom in too. Yeah, so this is our new faster channel, an accelerated slope that we could be trading in, right? And you can also use this to trade up within this channel to target the upper line to give you an idea of where the mean is. And yes, I know I've got big chunky lines here in the middle, dashed lines, but that's because you guys all wear bifocals from CVS. And then for this broader channel, what I'm going to do is bring it up. Whoops, excuse me. Bring the upper line up just a little bit so that we can see the broader trend that's going on. Okay. This is going back into like mid 2020, summer 2020. And we can say that we've been trading below the mean. So with this fast little channel that we're in, we're targeting this new mean area, and a break above that would be bullish. Naturally, for this regional ETF. George, I took a role at what's it called? CNBC. I'm going to take over Squawk Box. Okay. So that's SXX. I can't even say it. George, I'm just kidding. It was an April Fool's joke. We got 9 minutes. What do you want to look at? What do we want to look at? Baba? George, love you, man. Baba, still in our big channel. See if there's anything happening in the short time frame that we care about. We are still in a bearish regime. The Bears are running the show on Baba. I don't know. I would like to see something more bullish here. My take on it is that just hope that it holds this sloping line of support on our channel here. And don't go long until you get a nice green candle showing that it's going in the other direction. We already did a workhorse, Damon. Just go back. Just go back on the video. You'll be able to find it. All right, Peloton. I don't know why, but I've always just hated the stock. I don't know why. But come and get me, YouTube. Let's get the arc tool here. Where are my tools? Previous swing high. Expect something like this. Who knows when it will happen? This is just drawing. This is hypotheticals. We're just drawing what we want to happen. We're hitting some resistance right here at 119 bucks. A break above 119 would be very, very nice. This is actually a little double bottom situation with the pivot occurring on March 10th. And then we're finally into reversal territory. So let's get our rectangle out. This is Peloton. The only stationary bike in the world that you can use to kidnap your fiance. So we're going to put this thing in a box. So we can figure out our necklines. We've already broken above the midpoint, which is right about here, of our double bottom. And you can see that this also served as a point of resistance for the March 17th and the March 19th closes. Now support for March 31st. We're hitting resistance at our neckline, but we are still in an uptrend. Well, like a micro uptrend. We're looking to establish a new uptrend that would mirror this downtrend for a full reversal. So price targets here, we're going to go to, first off, entry is what we should talk about first, is a break above. And this is the conservative way to play it, because we've already lost our two aggressive opportunities with a double bottom. Is a close above, a day candle close above 118, 119, something around there. Draw this on your chart. And then, to get an idea of how high this might go, we'll go to the lowest point. We're double. And then add to that. So we're measuring the base from the neckline or resistance line down to the lowest point, which was March 5th. And then adding that to our neckline or our line of resistance, whatever you want to call it, to set our price target at 145 and a half. So that's profit potential on breakout of about 21%. All right, we got time for one more. Yeah, on infrastructure, George, which stocks were you looking at for infrastructure? I can't type. Let's go, Riot. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Yeah, this is at the midpoint right now. A break. I'm doing this. You guys already know. This is, you know what this is, right? A break above, this is Riot blockchain. A break above 57 and a third, or 57.3. I'm just trying to sound cool with the way I say prices. A break above that, you can target this upper resistance, 67, 70. But you can go long. We're going to definitely hit some resistance here at this top. But I'd be looking for a full resolution from the base here to the neckline, or at least to that pivot point. That's just how I'm going to do it to be conservative. Now let's just see what the Fib tool says. That's that price is $100, just a cool 100. Let's just see what the Fib says. Fib disagrees. So what I'm going to do is delete this line and then see if that is merely a measurement from this high all the way to the low of our double bottom here, adding that to the neckline. And it's just a little bit below it. So if you really want to go long, somewhere around 109, 108 is really what, honestly, I would trust the Fib tool more than this yellow line in this case. So targeting about 108 if you want to go longer term. Short term, I think you can easily target 68.28 upon a nice close above this resistance line here at 57.50. All right, guys, that's just about time. Sorry, guys, if I cause any distress. I want to thank you for anyone that was distressed by my little April Fool's joke that I was leaving Benzinga to go sweep the floors at the CNBC building. Thank you. Sorry about that. But happy April. April's a great month for trading. Tech looks like it is in reversal mode. Take a look at your tech ETFs. Take a look at your tech stocks. Look at Microsoft. Looks like spring is upon us for tech. But as always, stay where there is strength. I'm looking at home builders. I'm looking at metals. Stay there. X is still in the game. It just got to a point where it needs to sell off a little bit and take a breather. That's how it works. We take the stairs up and the elevator down with the stock market. So, as always, this has been Get Technical.